I mean, I think Calvin Priv is an all-time great, to be honest, because he had, like you just said, he's lost his biggest fights, but he's still a great fighter. Among the fights he's had, among the wins he's had, he's had some great wins, but he's against the top fighters he's lost, isn't he? Going from Mayweather, I thought he lost the one Golovkin, definitely lost one of the Golovkin fights, but yeah, listen, man. He's had a great career, man. You can't. I know everybody. You keep fighting, you're gonna lose. Father Time catches up with everybody. Like it all is now. I just hope he doesn't go on too long and get beaten by mediocre fighters.
So Joe Calzaghe is in the news, all right? And this is why you can't get objectivity with the internet. Let's just keep it boxing. This is why you can't get objectivity in boxing, because it's just in society, because we can talk about it's always about the messenger. The message can have the message can be supported by many facts, but it's always people got to attack the messenger. The messenger could be an accomplished messenger, done it all, walked it like he talked it, qualified and all to speak on, right? To speak on the situation. But then they just started attacking. Oh, he just hating and he just jealous and he just mad. And then the messenger can have more money. And this is why you can't get objectivity. This is why you can't get objectivity, from society, because it's all, oh man, he a hater. He did, man, what Calzaghe said was a fact. See, he's not even a great fighter. If he's for the Mexican fan base, if he was on a black fighters ranking system, like dude may not be a top 100 fighter historically. And maybe I'm going to the extreme. Definitely not top 50, right? And with Calzaghe, Calzaghe would have beat the dog walking shit out of Canelo on an even playing field. He would have beat the dog walking shit out of Canelo on the even playing field. And that's just my opinion on it. Calzaghe, in my opinion, did Canelo accomplish for? Yeah, he was Mexican. You know what I'm saying? He was a fucking Mexican. They made sure he looked good. All his fights versus top guys had some type of controversy with it, whether it was changing the weight at the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You can just go through every fight that he had. Some people thought the Miguel Cotto fight was controversial. He was over the hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Austin Trout fight, a lot of people thought that was close. Let's not, talk about the fact that Eric Gomez said they matched him away from black fighters. How you great and you avoided the best fighters of all time? See, I'm consistent. I said the same thing about Floyd Mayweather. How you call yourself TBE, top 10, top 15, 20, top anything, and you avoided the best fighters out there? As a collective, he's avoided black fighters. Both of them did. Eric Gomez came out and said, only reason he fought Lars because Lars took the mic. Only reason he fought Crawford because he needed an excuse to duck David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Just look at his duck resume. Look at his duck resume, bro, and you tell me he's an all-time great. And then look at some of the fighters that he fought. A lot of the fighters that he fought, it was a caveat. Even when he fought James Kirkland, that was supposed to be Jermell Charlo. And, the rumor was, which I don't know how true it was the fact that as long as Ann Wolf didn't train him, that he would fight James Kirkland. Which James Kirkland came out and said he wanted to fight Jake Paul. Shout out to James Kirkland. Had some good fights. Glenn Tapia, one of my favorite fights in the later HBO era was him and Alfredo Angulo. That was a gangster. That was some gangster shit. He came out to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. It's the gangster party. I know a little bit. I do this sometimes, right? But what Calzaghe was saying, fucking dude great. He lost all the top fights. And in the other top fights that he did win, it was controversial, whether it was Lara. I mean, he didn't even beat the brakes off Danny Jacobs. He still had the brakes and rotors attached to his ass. A cancer survivor, no disrespect. He clipped brother Caleb Plant. He clipped our good brother Caleb Plant. But what has he done since or before that? We just keeping it a bean. So he beat Billy Joe Saunders. He was beating up on Brads. Euro Brad, USA Brad, Wigga, Brad with a briefcase and a button-up shirt And it's all he'd beat a Brad up. He put hands, foots, and elbows. If all it was Brads was around, Canelo would be pound for pound all time the greatest. You know, John the Gorilla Rider, Callum, man, he was going on the whole milk diet, whole and 2% in skim milk and buttermilk diet. Yeah, he was looking like a monster versus Brad. Let's keep it a bean, bro. I mean, a lot of these dudes, man, I keep telling y'all, man. I'm looking at the message. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, Ryan Garcia has some messages that was on point. It's hard not to, you know, get on Ryan Garcia. No Diddy, no Oscar. But yeah, man, what the brother was saying was, you know, what Calzaghe was saying was facts. It was facts. Y'all know his father learned to train him by reading his book. His father was a jazz musician by trade. Everything his father learned from boxing, he learned from a book and was able to articulate that and teach that to his son. See, also quick to disrespect people. Oh, he didn't do this. I mean, Canelo did a bunch of bullshit. This motherfucker was fighting most of the guys he fought with a hand behind their back and a syringe up his ass crack. Allegedly. Come on now. Stop it. He did all this with the judges, with the commission on his side, with his dealer on his side, you know, with the machine behind him, and he still ain't the greatest. He still ain't nowhere near the greatest. He still was losing and controversially barely beating people. Like, get out of here. Dude ain't no great fighter, bro. He great for me. He great by the Mexican scale. You know, the greatest Mexican fighter don't even crack the top 25, 30, 40, 50 fighter of the black American fighters. Don't throw the Africans in there as well, too. The Jamaicans, Haitians. Get out of here, man. I'ma speak that real shit. Everybody else gotta be politically correct. I threw that away a long time ago. A long time ago. This is where you get that real shit from. Calzaghe, you know, was I the biggest fan of Calzaghe? Not till he beat up on Jeff Lacy. I was like, Lacy gonna fuck this nigga up. And he beat Miguel Kessler before Andre Ward did. You know, the Hopkins fight was a close fight, but, you know, when you say you never lose to a white boy, hey, they had to prove a point to you, Bernard. Then he fought an old Roy. You know what I'm saying? Canelo made a living off fighting old niggas. Jose Cotto, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford. All of them was old niggas. Danny Jacobs was old. You know, he had survived cancer. Come on, man. Triple G old as he saying, hey, it's Kelly Pavlik. This nigga was losing to senior citizens and shit, bro. If Lara 50 right now, I don't care what they say, Lara 40, Lara 50 right now, he had to be 42 when he fought Canelo. But, you know, this just my opinion on it. I agree with Calzaghe. Y'all throw that great word around. How can you put, Muhammad Ali in the same realm as Canelo Alvarez? Like, fuck out of here. Talking about Mount Rushmore. Mount what? He the Hispanic Mount Rushmore. That motherfucker would make the 10th Mount Rushmore team in American boxing history. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it all the way a bean, bruh. Top 10, never again. Calzaghe wants to say, but y'all get sensitive and shit. That's how you know somebody tell the truth. Oh, man, you know, he like a lot of motherfuckers who ain't never seen Calzaghe fight. Can't name a fight. They both fought all old motherfuckers, man. Canelo had a machine around him. He should be the greatest of all time, but he not. They let a welterweight run his jewels, and nigga, give me them jewels. Give me that Dolce Gabbana. Man, let me borrow your wife and bust her down and give her back to you. You like, man, come on, man. Nigga, that little welterweight came and ran your shit. You had to check in with Crawford, and he checked your ass. You going, I'm an all-time great, man. You an all-time fake. If this nigga is like these bitches out here. Lashes, excessive makeup, BBL, tummy tuck, titty lift, pussy rejuvenation. You take all that away, bro. Come on, man. Canelo Alvarez ain't even a world champion. He ain't even Virgil Ortiz, man. And he wasn't that talented, bro. And everybody speaks so highly of him, like, oh man, you know, it's part of the ritual. You gotta kiss these Hispanics' ass. That's why, man. I was talking to somebody in DM. He'll know when he hear this. and he asked me, you know, what did I think about a particular guy having an issue, another brother having another issue with another brother. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. That's the same nigga that was kissing Mexicans' ass. They got all this ill will and this hatred towards this brother and that brother. But when it come to calling the other out, them niggas very humble. And man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I really ain't. You know, and then right after that, Miguel sent me the shit with Regis Progress talking about, I'm not trying to hear it, dude. I had enough of these fake ass niggas in boxing. Man, these niggas is fake. I've been saying it. All these black motherfuckers in boxing, 90%, I'm being nice, is fake, bro. I've been around doing interviews with these niggas since around 2012, if not a little bit earlier. And still the greatest interview out of fighters, not trainers. Trainers always is cool to interview. But the greatest interview that I had out of all black fighters, you know, out of motherfuckers that have said, oh, let's set an interview up, out of motherfuckers that had canceled, out of motherfuckers act like they didn't want to be on the show and their phone was breaking and shit. Out of all the great interviews that I had, you know, the best interviews that I had, I would say that Austin Trout, like 2012, 12-ish, 13-ish, that was the best interview I ever conducted with a black fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the best. You know, these dudes behind the scenes, they be like, oh, no, who is you? You know, that's what you get. When you go, like, you know, the Hispanics and them fighters and stuff. And now I say this, my bad. Let me throw my brother in there from Chicago, Kenneth Sims. Yeah, him and his whole family was nice. So shout out to them, too. But yeah, you go up, man, you go up to these dudes, oh, man, who is you? They don't say that to Hector. They don't say that to Becky. When they see you as that's why I be telling Tom and Miguel, I do not like to cover fights, bro. Because I'm not with that fake nigga shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? All these black fighters, these women, oh, who are you? What's your social security number? Where you work with? Who you with? Like, man, you go up to Hector, hey, man, I don't mind giving you an interview, man, yeah. And they so fucking nice, dog. Motherfuckers that feed you. Hey, you hungry? And all that. You're like, man, these motherfuckers, man, I see why niggas put on the cape for Mexican fighters. You know, I didn't interview people from the Philippines. I mean, Jack Catterall was mad nice. Had a whole conversation on camera, off camera. I didn't, you know, interview on and off camera with dudes that spar with a lot of top guys, and we had real nigga conversations and shit like that, man. I'm telling y'all, these fighters in boxing, they really think, them niggas, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoof. Like, man, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm just keeping it real, man. Remember, one of them niggas he just fought too, he dissed my mans. And then they told him what was he tried to get in, man, suck my dick. Man, come on, man. And, man, dude, if y'all knew how much, you know, footage, how much shit we really could expose, dog. Like, Fred getting exposed for getting slapped like that, that was a favor to somebody. That was a favor to somebody that they did real dirty. So that's why they got leaked out. All that shit with Fred and that's why they got leaked out, because that was a favor, because them niggas did my homeboy dirty. I ain't gonna say his name. That was a favor, bro. But the footage that a lot of niggas got offline, especially people, bro, and how they really rocking and moving, bro. Dude, y'all, man, a lot of y'all niggas that y'all are faint. Y'all are faint if y'all found out who really racist around this shit. But you know what? That's all I had to say. Hit the link tree. Join me everywhere. Peace.